Jamie Stevens is the owner of BrantNOW.com, and I guarantee you that you're going to enjoy what he has to say tonight. Jamie, please.
Thank you, Paul. First off, I wanted to say that I'm honored to be here. I'm flattered that I was asked to speak. I realize I'm a little underdressed for the occasion. I'm wearing my BrantNOW shirt. But I was asked to speak to you tonight as the BrantNOW guy, and this is my BrantNOW guy uniform. It'd be a lot like asking Batman to show up and instead you got Bruce Wayne. So here I am. Yeah, I knew that wasn't that funny. Before I break into my story that I have for you, and I'm going to ask everyone to hold their applause for a minute. Can I ask all the graduates to stand up for a minute? You're going to be doing this a lot tonight, I think, so. Everybody else in the theater, I want to ask you guys to take a look around at the people standing. They all have a different story and different reasons for being here, but the one thing that they do have in common is the fact that they set a goal and they achieved it. These are your friends and your family members. They have furthered their education, they have achieved their goal, and deserve our respect and admiration. Can I have a round of applause for the graduates, please? A couple cheers, too, maybe? There we go. All right, you guys can have a seat, thanks. So as you know already, my name is Jamie Stevens. I'm the owner of BrantNOW.com. BrantNOW is a local business I started 3.5 years ago with the mandate to change the mindset of the negative thoughts that people have about our community. My business is a website, a magazine, local events, and soon a local savings card that promotes shopping in Brantford. What I wanted to speak to you this evening about is the power of goal setting and seeing things through to the end. We've all heard the cliches that you can do anything you put your mind to. If you work hard, you can achieve anything. What I'm here to tell you is they may be overdone, but they're true. You really can do whatever you want. It might not be easy to accomplish, but if you fight for it and work at it, eventually you'll achieve your goal. I'll never forget my grade 11 year at North Park Collegiate. And I'm not going to name any names, but I had a meeting with a guidance counselor, Miss Watson. I walked into the room and sat down across from her, and she pulled out my file, started looking up and down my grades, and she asked me, what do you want to do after high school? I told her that I want to go into marketing, maybe computers, maybe start my own business. I wasn't too sure yet, but I've been looking over the college books and trying to decide. That's when she dropped probably the most painful words I've ever heard. She said to me, Jamie, you're not college material. You can boo at that. The rest of the conversation was a blur as she tried to convince me to look at different options and career paths. I wasn't a straight A student, I was mostly B's and C's, 1D. But what right did this counselor have to tell me that I'm not college material? It made me mad, but I didn't let it stop me. I still had my mindset on what I wanted to do. I wanted to go to college. And I went to college. In fact, I went to college twice. Sitting in my dorm room on my first day of college, I pulled out a blank sheet of paper and I wrote on it, "You are not college material." And I hung it above my desk. And when I was losing focus of my goal, and when I needed motivation to get things done, I looked at that piece of paper. I graduated from computer network technology at Sault College in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. From there, I attended Sir Sanford Fleming College, where I graduated from the Business Entrepreneurship Program. That year, I won the Bank of Montreal Business Award, and the Bank of Montreal paid for my tuition. That piece of paper followed me from Sault Ste. Marie to Peterborough. When I was packing to finally come home to Brantford, I remember taking down the piece of paper and ripping it into a million pieces and throwing it in the garbage. It felt good. It saddens me to think that all these people who are told on a daily basis that they can't do something, or that they're not good enough or smart enough to reach their goals. We need to change that mentality. We need to encourage ourselves and others that we are good enough and that we are smart enough and we can achieve our goals. So what I ask all of you to do is choose something that motivates you, whether it's a piece of paper hanging above your desk or a vision of where you want to be when you reach your goal. It doesn't matter. Just pick something and use it as a tool to get to where you want to be. And as you all know today, when you reach your goal, it's an awesome feeling. I'm going to leave with a quote from a man who proved just last week that anything is in fact possible. And I'm sure you're all tired of hearing about him by now, but this quote is from President-elect Barack Obama. He said something to me, he said something to everybody that I wanted to share with you. He called me directly, we're friends. He actually went to www.BrantNOW.com and emailed me. Here's the quote. Making your mark on the world is hard. If it were easy, everybody would do it. But it's not. It takes patience, it takes commitment, and it comes with plenty of roadblocks along the way. The real test is not whether you avoid these roadblocks, because you can't. It's whether you let them deter you or harden you into inaction, or whether you learn from it, whether you choose to persevere. Thank you very much for your time. Congratulations, graduates. I wish you all the best in your new careers. Happiness and health. Thank you.